to have been targeted in an experiment which is an extension of the Roundway experiment designated TF-84. Indeed, I seem to now come under the local police's research and development program, whereby I am irradiated regularly and surveilled at all times. Indeed, I've noticed the undercover police following me. Also, I've noticed the hostile glances from locals who are Crown and Empire country bumpkins. They're being fed false information. I'm a Russian spy. Now, what's interesting about this is that I was under GRU military mind control programming for several years. And basically, at one stage in my life, I was operating as a mind controlled assassin for the GRU. Therefore, I am technically a Manchurian candidate. That's all very interesting to consider. I'm not operating for the Russian Federation at this stage. Indeed, I am expecting in the next couple of weeks to receive a contract to assassinate Philip Wilkinson, the Wiltshire Police Crime Commissioner. However, for this to occur, the GRU would have to activate me, and therefore British intelligence would be involved in some capacity. Therefore, it would be a joint operation. Indeed, with the state of my programming being as it is, I intend not to honour this request. Despite my dislike of Philip Wilkinson, I do not want to get dragged into the GRU agenda or British intelligence's attempt to utilise me as a patsy to begin the Third World War, which is what a lot of this seems to be coming down to. Indeed, both British intelligence and the GRU, with the support of the defence industries of both nations, want to utilise me as a patsy to attempt to trigger World War III. So a contract killing by me of Philip Wilkinson on the orders of GRU operative Sergei Borodin would achieve what the defence industries of both nations desire. Indeed, it's all very interesting to consider. I seem to have made an enemy of the population of Warminster simply by being here and making videos about Warminster Police. Indeed, the population of Wiltshire need to be informed about the truth regarding their police forces. Indeed, it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, the real life story of me is double classified by both British intelligence and Russian intelligence. And due to my amnesia, I can only locate certain memories. And therefore, I can't entirely give you the full spectrum of my life story, but I was utilized as a mind-controlled assassin in Eastern Europe for 17 hits by the GRU in various nations, including Chechnya, Vladikavkaz in Russia, i.e. North Ossetia, and also Romania, Moldova, Macedonia, and Armenia. Indeed, I was in all these places in 2013 and 2014, carrying out hits, a total of 17 in all, for the GRU, who wanted certain political enemies of theirs disposed of. Indeed, in one hit on a bridge in Vladikavkaz, I assassinated 7 Chechens who were operative for a terrorist network engaged in operations against the Russian state. So it's all very interesting considering M-Gang think they're hardcore, but they have no idea who they were dealing with. Indeed, my assassination skills are only operative, however, when I am activated And the GRU are the guys who know the codes, how to activate me. So it's all very interesting indeed. Certain Zionist networks of the Mossad apparently now have the codes for my activation and may attempt to program me for a combined GRU Mossad operation against the British Crown, especially targeting British royals in the Warminster area. So it's all very interesting to consider. Why would Mossad want to attack British royals in the Warminster area? Because of notions that the British coordinate Hamas, basically. Indeed, this is true. Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst operatives within British intelligence do indeed coordinate Hamas, but British intelligence operatives within the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst networks also, as well as Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst operatives within the British intelligence networks, also coordinate much of the Mossad agenda, especially interconnecting with Palantir and various elements of the defence industry here in Wiltshire. Indeed, Wiltshire is a heartland of the British defence industry, and Defence Industrial Security Command, who are a real organisation, have a hub at Warminster Military Base, which is very interesting for me to analyse. Indeed, all of this is coordinated by a guy, Anthony Graham, and his stepbrother, Stephen Graham, who are operatives of the DVD, operating out of Warminster Military Base as aspects of IG Farben's ongoing control of the British nation. Indeed, I've delineated in a previous video how IG Farben coordinate the activities of the British royals. Apparently this has caused some upset among certain factions of the British royal family who are infighting amongst themselves. Indeed, there are various factions within the British royal family who have Anglo leanings and Anglo sympathies, despite their German blood. However, the core network centered around King Charles are pro-German elements and therefore operative for NW7, i.e. the intelligence branch of the IG Farben conglomerate that runs the world. So it's all very interesting indeed. The GRU are picking up on certain transmissions regarding a DVD operation here in Wiltshire that interconnects with Walter Rose and Sons butcher shop via networks of local thugs who are actually South African mercenaries attempting to gain a hit on me before I blow open any more about the Ninth Circle. Interestingly, indeed, the Ninth Circle is operative here, especially interconnected with certain manor houses, operating child trafficking rings and child sacrifices in the woods around Warminster. Indeed, a lot of this activity is overseen by local druid groves operating out of various area nations compounds scattered around the Wiltshire countryside. So it's all very interesting indeed. The frequencies are telling me that the GRU are attempting to shut down any hits on me now and in the future, because they'd like to utilize my knowledge of the local area for their own operations. However, the thing about this is that I operate via cosmic intelligence, and my intelligence needs to be decrypted by the best analysts that the GRU would have to offer. Also, I don't really want to operate for a foreign nation. My loyalty is to the local felines. Indeed, the GRU are aware of this and therefore are considering stepping away. However, I'm still attempting to basically be programmed into an assassination program, i.e. most probably Philip Wilkinson or the Director of Finance for Wiltshire Police, whose name I do not know. So it's interesting to consider the fact that the GRU wish to break in to the tunnel systems around Wiltshire Police Headquarters, set dynamite, and blow up the Wiltshire Police Headquarters, and then blame it on me, which would be very irritating indeed. All of these scenarios would lead to a Third World War scenario, operative between the United Kingdom intelligence services and the Russian intelligence services. I highly doubt that this conflict would take place in Ukraine. It would take place within the borders of the United Kingdom and the Russian Federation. So very interesting indeed. There is so much new technology that the defense industries of both nations would like to use. Indeed, the Soviets are very, very far advanced in terms of mind control technology, potentially even more advanced than their Western counterparts, which is all very interesting considering some of the technology that's been used on me. However, this has been operated by Green Lane psychiatrists, operating as part of the Roundway experiment through Project TF-84. And this Soviet mind control technology has not been beamed at me from the Russian Federation. It has been being beamed at me from Roundway Asylum, which is all very interesting to consider. Indeed, this is all getting more and more interesting, especially considering the operations of Devizes Police and their attempt to drive me to madness through this beaming technology and voice to skull technology and the constant irradiation. Indeed, it seems that the radiation weapons have been being used by the Ferris family, including Emma Ferris of Sheep Street, who is a gang stalker and interestingly enjoys being gangbanged by police officers in underground vaults beneath the Wiltshire Police Headquarters, as well as Julie Ferris, her mother, who is afraid of me exposing Emma, and Will Ferris, a Melksham idiot who believes he is a gangster when he is a moron, and most probably some sort of child sexual exploiter, operative for the 764 networks, which are being coordinated in Wiltshire by Devizes Police, with certain cadres of Melksham Police, Trowbridge Police, Swindon Police, Warminster Police, and Amesbury Police responsible for many of these child sexual exploitation and blackmail operations that are being run as part of a wider agenda of DVD networks within the British intelligence and security services. Indeed, various private security firms have been offering victims of child sexual abuse some sort of warranty, stating that if they go against me, they will no longer be abused by the rings, which is all very interesting to consider that private security firms would be offering some sort of warranty in that regard. Indeed, apparently, they've had no luck, which is very good. Indeed, I believe that they were also offered financial incentives by various private security firms. Indeed, all of these private security firms are linked to the defense industry, i.e. the Defense Industrial Security Command, which is the intelligence branch of the munitions makers of the United Kingdom, who are creating hardware and technology for mind control experimentation in view of the will of the IG Farben networks to basically subjugate the entire Anglo nation within a rigid mind controlled structure of collective farms lorded over by such oligarchs as they wish to create, such as Troy Southgate of the National Anarchist Movement, who is a reactionary and operative, interestingly, at the moment, for the Belgrade Police. So it's all very interesting. Troy Southgate is currently operative for the Belgrade Police, attempting to hunt down Serbian elements connected to me. However, He's being stonewalled. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, I seem to have caused a lot of chaos within the British establishment, especially the defence industry and the Defence Industrial Security Command, who interestingly were connected to the hit on JFK through manipulation of Lee Harvey Oswald, who I feel a bit of an affinity towards, due to his having being dual mind control programmed by both Western and Soviet intelligence services. Indeed, I'm expecting at some point in the coming weeks that doubles of me will start popping up in Wiltshire. However, I reckon I'd be a very hard man to duplicate compared to Oswald. So, indeed, it's interesting to consider the reaction that the population of Warminster are having to me. Indeed, they know I exposed and continue to expose Wiltshire Police, and are not happy about it. Also, they do not want me getting involved with their daughters. So it's all very interesting to consider. It's all very, very interesting to consider. Indeed, the Warminster population are beginning to seriously aggravate me with these hostile glances. However, they are not the target. The police are, and the Defence Industrial Security Command networks operating out of Warminster Military Base and various branches of defence intelligence, all connected to the overarching IG Farman agenda, which is operational in Wiltshire, especially through satanic covens, various druid groves, various networks of local hippies involved in the cannibal meat trade, who are actually Ordo Templi Orientis initiates and directly intertwined with the Nazi agenda. Indeed, Wolfer has claimed that I am a Zionist. Now, what's interesting about this is that I have a lot of interest in very intelligent Hebrews. As I've stated, the Zionists are actually Khazar Aryans and therefore are part of the DVD continuums operating out of Israel for the Fourth Reich. So it's interesting to consider. Indeed, as I've stated, Dr. Peter Cohen, the Sabbatean, and Dr. Peter Crofts of Green Lane Psychiatric Hospital, who are heavily involved in my programming, are operative for the Mossad. Therefore, they are operative for a Fourth Reich agenda. Indeed, there were many Mossad psychiatrists of Sabbatean heritage operative during the heyday of the Roundway experiment, which was 1947 to 1984. Indeed, it's interesting that my designation is Project TF84. And indeed, this is the post-1984 Roundway experiment program. And indeed, it's interesting how they are trying to create neo-Nazi terrorists and jihadists at this location, all part of the Gladio 4 program being operated here in Wiltshire by Wiltshire Police themselves as a branch of the security services of the United Kingdom, therefore all interconnecting to the overarching agendas Bavarian Luminists of the DVD, leading all the way up to NW7, the IG Farben intelligence branch. Indeed, as I've stated, I am currently under a research and development project operated by Wiltshire Police through a sub-branch, i.e. Warminster Police Department. I believe I have been given a couple of handlers, PC Rideout, and a PC with a surname beginning with M, who I haven't yet identified. Indeed, PC Rideout is said to be my handler by offering me an olive branch. But the whole idea of PC Rideout's olive branch is to set me up, most probably as an assassin, to murder a Russian dignitary. Indeed, perhaps Warminster Police Department have been given the codes the British intelligence stole off the GRU recently in Abkhazia, all as part of this project. Indeed, it's all very interesting to know what is going on and put the information into the public domain before these cryptocracies have the opportunity to utilize me as a Manchurian candidate against one another. Indeed, the Russian intelligence services are claiming I was a serious hitman and that my kill list is actually in the hundreds, though due to my amnesia and the fact that I dissociate and I'm programmed when I'm killing people, I do not know how many people I assassinated for the GRU. It could have been hundreds. This is the thing. Indeed, PC Josh Dowd of Devices Please is finding this reality very unbelievable in that he believes it but doesn't want to believe it. Indeed, it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, I am an operative. This is the thing. But I operate for myself and the local felines and no one else. This is the thing. That was all what was going on in Devices. I was operating for the greater good of the local felines. But the local gangsters wanted to stop it at any cost. Indeed, they were prepared to kill me to stop me operating. See, this is the problem. Once you've interfered with my operations, you get blowback. This is the thing. Devices Police were not expecting. But when I was released from hospital this time, I would continue my aggression towards Devices Police. However, I stumbled upon an operation there. And as an operative, I have the duty to collect data and operate psychological warfare against Devices Police as an ongoing agenda not connected to the interests of the Soviets. So this is the thing. My interests and the Soviets are not aligned. This is what Devices Police are finding a little bit confusing. I may have sympathy for Russian mental patients, but I am not aligned to the government of the Soviet Union, known to you all as the Russian Federation territory, i.e. Putin's domain. I have no loyalty, despite certain Serbian networks claiming that I'm operating for the GRU. I am not. This is the thing. There are various Serbian networks attempting to force the GRU's hand and attempt an assassination of me, supposedly for ruining Marina Oswald's reputation. However, I'm not sure how I achieved that, but that's interesting to consider. Indeed, that might have something to do with certain things I said on Instagram. However, I wasn't ever particularly keen on Marina Oswald, and also I was deeply suspicious of her. So this is the thing. I didn't trust her to tell her enough about me. This is the thing. My Grenville Lodge exposures are archived, but a carefully covered state secret, and I have amnesia from my time at Grenville Lodge, as well as implanted memories, implanted there by both British intelligence and the Soviets. So it's all very interesting considering. It's really quite awful the way I've been treated by the intelligence services of two nations just for being me. So it's all really, really quite awful. However, right now I love my life, so I don't really care too much about what's happened in the past. This is the thing. I do enjoy analyzing it though. So I'm going to leave it there. Indeed, today is a special day, so I'm going to leave it there. Indeed, and that's that.